Alright, man, welcome back to the channel. It's been like a couple weeks. I got me a haircut. Honestly, that's the only thing I was waiting on. But we're back at it. Um, we're here. We're gonna talk about some shit that's a little bit more like in the real world, like real life type shit. And that will be how to deal with your employer, coworkers, and job politics. Now, for one, your employer is basically your boss, your daddy, if you will. He's signing your paychecks and shit. Now, with that being said, having a job is cool and all. I have a job. It's cool. I work in the trades. I do a HVAC or whatever. It's high. It's whatever. The pay could be better, but that's besides the point. The point is, your employer is on top of the food chain, and you are just the employee. You're just a cog in the machine. Really, you don't own anything. When it's time to well, here's one thing: you don't pay for all the material or stuff or whatever, all the upfront costs, but you don't make nearly as much as the profits would if you was just the sole owner or whatever. Your employer is basically your daddy or whatever. He's signing your paychecks and shit. He tells you what time to get up, what time you gotta show up on the job site, or what time you gotta be at work, clock in, what time you can leave, what time your lunch is. And I guess it's basically all the shit that you learn from school just applies in the workforce. Now, when it comes to that, if you don't get along with your boss or whatever, I suggest that you quit. There's plenty of jobs out there. Everybody's hiring. You know, I remember we got these things. It's like a company meeting or whatever, right? And at these company meetings, they'll give out these plaques for people who've been here for a certain amount of years, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, fuck, even 20 years. And I was there, and I saw this woman. She got a plaque for 10 years of being at the company, and I was just thinking to myself, you wasted. In my head, I was thinking, you wasted, your early 20s to your early 30s working a 9 to 5, and 10 years. That's a long fucking time. That's a decade you spent at one sole company, and I don't know. That shit was just depressing and shit. Cause like fuck, if that's what's gonna be like for the rest of your life and shit. And here I guess this is basically this is gonna be a long ass video. I can already tell, but it's basically a little bit of economics and stuff. You're told you graduate high school, you graduate college, 22, you got a fucking diploma, degree, or whatever. And basically, you work until you're fucking 60, you retire then, and then you die at your 70, like 75th birthday. And in my head, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And all you have to live off of is a 401k, Social Security, which is already bankrupt, and then whatever index funds or stocks that you have that you invested in throughout the years, Roth RIAs and shit like that. And if you're smart, like a minority of the people are, you've probably done invested into all of that shit. And it does pay good dividends. I will say that. The S&P 500. It's always beat inflation, but it's very rare that most people do that. Now, with your employer and stuff like that, I guess you will have to get along with your boss and shit. Shit, he's kind of in your paychecks or whatever. But always remember, like, you can quit, and you can always find another job. And if you don't like your boss, or if you don't like being told what to do, I should honestly suggest you do some self-employed shit. Go fucking mow yards, fucking do Uber Eats or some shit. Fucking do this shit what I'm doing right here. Fuck it, if you want to, fucking be a rapper, bro. Honestly, who gives a shit? Do you? If you I'll tell you this: the average income of an American male is like what, anywhere between like 38,000 to 50,000. That's the average annual income of one person. And the way with inflation, how it's going, inflation is like what, like 5-6% or some shit. I would have to double check on that. But like, you know, here's I guess this is basically a small, little short economic class, but wages have been stagnant, inflation's through the roof. They done spent all the money giving it to Ukraine and Israel, but that's neither here nor there. I won't talk about that. But that is to say that you need to find a way to make some more money. Either get you a second job, do some part time shit, or just start your own business where you could scale your own business towards the end of it, or not the end of it, but towards the beginning of it. Once you start making a little bit of money, and instead of buying stuff like new cars, new clothes and shit, shoes, you would use that money and scale up your business to make even more money. And that's basically what I propose is if you don't like your job, if you don't like being told what to do, find you some shit to do. Sell fucking clothes, sell socks if you can. There's hoes out here selling pussy and shit, so I'm pretty sure you can find something to sell. Next, we're gonna talk about employees. I mean, well, not employees, but your coworkers and shit. And when you're working in the trades or shit, especially when you're young and shit, they place you with a bunch of like old people, which is not. I don't have no problem with that. But the thing is, we don't really have much in common and shit. We might like some of the music and stuff like that, but like, it's very rare that I'll meet a coworker that I have a genuine friendship with or get along with outside of work. It's been like a handful of them, and honestly, they're pretty cool dudes and shit. But honestly, if it wasn't for work, I probably would have never met a lot of the people I've met. My coworkers and shit. And that's to say, like the only reason we know each other is because of where we work at. And I guess that's basically the social interaction of society. But that's to say, sometimes you might not get along or whatever. And with that, you could always quit as well or just ask to move somewhere. But I suggest you quit. If y'all don't get along with a coworker or some shit, hey man, fuck them. Fuck them, honestly. Go find you some other shit. Life's too short to be worried about fucking coworkers, fucking niggas. And, I've met it's a couple of like coworkers I've met. I'll hang out with them after work, chill at the gym and shit, lift some weights, shit, smoke a blunt, fucking might drink a beer or two. But that's very, very few, in between, or however the fuck you say that shit. And next, well, I guess that's to summarize your coworkers. Oh, here's another thing. Your coworkers are not your friends for the most part. They will stab you in the back just to move up the corporate ladder. And just don't really fuck with them for real. It's just a means to an end. At the end of the day, you guys are just coworkers, nothing more, nothing less. Unless you find, like me personally, coworkers around my age range, like we're cool and shit like that. We got a lot to relate to, a lot of shit in common and stuff. We're in the same age bracket, Gen Z type shit. Honestly. And then but yeah, if your coworkers don't fuck with you, man, fuck them. Quit. That's what I suggest. Next, we're gonna talk about job politics. Now, job politics is something when you've been at it's when like you've been at a job for a while now, and like say you're trying to move up the corporate ladder. Say instead of being like right here, you move up to like a superintendent position, or like maybe like a CEO, or maybe just even like a higher management position. So this is the shit they do, right? So you'll be working a job, right? You'll be there for a couple years, maybe 3-4 years or whatever, 5 years or whatever. And you're trying to get your raise and shit like that, a higher position up the corporate ladder. And maybe you've been there not as long as someone else has, and he's been there 10 years, and he also wants to try to get that position as well. And with that, here comes the conflict of interest. Let me get a sip of water real quick. I'm kind of fasting right now. I haven't ate nothing yet, but fuck it. All right, so this is what they'll do. They'll probably just have a couple meetings or whatever, try to see where they want you. Shit, they might not give you the position. Hell, they're not obligated to give you a raise at that too. You know, a 1% raise, $1 for inflation's what, like 4 or 5% or whatever. Yeah, your fucking pay is fucking shit now. Money don't go that far anyway. And so this is what they'll do. You know, instead of like picking between y'all two, the dude that's been there for 10 or 5, they'll hire some dude just right off the rip for a management position. Maybe he got a degree or whatever. Maybe he just came from a different company or whatever. Maybe he just fucking sucks dick better. I don't know. And so basically, they'll give him the position. And, you know, here's another thing about loyalty. You know, they'll say shit like, we're a family, and family's all about loyalty and shit like that. We're a corporate family and shit. But when I look around, don't none of us look alike, you know? And then that loyalty shit, if you want, I'm here for a paycheck. I'm not here to be loyal to nobody but the money. And if you want loyalty, I suggest you get a dog or a robot. But with that being said, you know, they expect loyalty out of you, but then they'll get rid of you in a heartbeat. So take that as you will. I always suggest you always have something on the side. Always get like some side hustle or some shit. Hoes like a dude with side hustles. I'll be honest with you. Not only do you got a 9 to 5, so you got some money coming in, a steady paycheck, but if she sees that you're ambitious and you got something else to going on, you know, she gonna fuck with you, bro. On some real shit. Everybody loves a go-getter, you know. Don't no one want to be a bum the whole life and shit. And basically, that's basically really job politics and shit like that. You know, you'll have some coworkers, they'll talk shit behind your back or whatever. Fuck them, who cares, you know. It's not the end of the world. Fuck them niggas. And then, like I said, just if it's that serious, bro, just quit. So there's always another job out there. Fuck, everybody paying $15 an hour. Shit, it's not a lot. But shit, I know if you know how to fucking hustle, you can fucking make some money, bro. A motherfucker that know how to hustle can turn that 15 to 30 to 30 to 60. And here's also to be said, you know, always try to find a way how to make some money, like even when like you're not even doing anything. Like say fucking sitting down, eating some chips or some shit, sleeping. Honestly, the best way to figure out how to make some money is when you're asleep. Well, I might not have worded that right, but fuck it. Find something that's gonna make you money as you sleep. That's better. And I really think that's it for like the video. Yeah, talk about job politics, employer, coworkers, and shit like that. But yeah, man. Fuck it, hustle for your own damn self. Be your own boss, bro. That's what this is, bro. I do this shit for the fun of it. But I don't expect to make no money at this shit, but I just do it because it's fun. But y'all guys let me know in the comments what's your experience like in corporate America and shit like that. Honestly, I don't see this shit getting any better. If you can, try to find a way to make some more money. Honestly, you might be fucked. We're in some shitty times right now, but fuck it. Stay, blessed up. Pray, I guess. And y'all let me know in the comments what y'all thoughts about like job politics, your employer and your coworkers. Cause this is some shit like it's like that's been going on in the back of my mind or even with me. But I got some more videos coming on the way, slowly but surely. I'm gonna get back on it. I was honestly what took me so long to upload. I was waiting to get my haircut and shit. Honestly, bro, I was trying to look fresh on camera, honestly. But yeah, make sure if y'all fuck with it, like, comment, dislike, all that good shit. I'll be back at it real soon. Alright.